All right, day 2 of trying to make tabletop game related videos. Today I'm going to be mentioning the 5 tabletop games that I have played that I enjoyed. If I have played any other ones, I like conventions or at gaming bars or um, at other places that you can play tabletop games. I don't remember them. They were not memorable to me. I was not interested. So, to give you a list of the ones that I've had the most fun playing, the easiest and probably the one you're going to be able to just buy and play with anybody that you mention it to is the Forbidden Island game. I'll show a picture of what it looks like. It's by Game Right. They have a couple different versions. The Forbidden Island, it's just Forbidden Island. Forbidden Island, Forbidden Sky, Forbidden Desert, and Forbidden Jungle, I believe. They might have more. I'm recording this in 2024, so they might have another one. One version of their game that I did want to try after looking into it was Forbidden Sky, because it actually has different mechanics. I guess Forbidden Desert, is that another one? I'm looking on Google right now to see if there's any other versions. But it's a pretty simple tile-based game. I can do a video where I explain more of it. Let's see. I don't see how many. 2 to 4 players. Very easy. Very simple to understand. And in my opinion, very fun. I thought it was a nice game, and I picked it up. And I think I'm seeing it's around $20. So if you're looking for just an intro into tabletop games, games that you like, if you played Candyland or Monopoly or Sorry, or like regular games that are what I think people consider kid games, this is a more game for people who still like board games, but they don't want to play a kid game. You know what I mean? Um, so that is my number one favorite. Love Forbidden Island. Um, and it's pretty quick to play as well, depending on how many rules you want to follow in the game. If you want to have your own house rules, you can make it go, shorter or faster or whatever. The second game that I'll mention is technically a spin-off of the Betrayal at House on the Hill, I think is the appropriate name. Avalon or something? Avalon Hill Betrayal at House on the Hill is what I'm seeing. Um, I believe, yeah, typically it's around $34 to $90. I'm not the biggest fan of cannibalism, and one of the characters that you can play as in this game turns into a cannibal once you get enough omens. You're playing the game revealing the different tiles of the haunted house, and then as you play, there's an omen meter or something. I recently played the Scooby Doo version, which is also my favorite. It is the second one on this list, and I just love Scooby Doo as a genre, or not genre, but like, I don't know. I like the movies. I like the TV show. But I definitely prefer, and it's funny if you read the rules, the Scooby Doo version does kind of talk about it like it's a kid's game. They're like, in the actual version of the game, this would be this, but in the Scooby Doo version, when you get enough clues, somebody can choose to be the monster. Whereas I'm assuming for the regular version of the game, and they also have a Baldur's Gate version, which I haven't played. I don't know much about it. But the Scooby-Doo Betrayal at Mystery Mansion is really fun. And I found some YouTube videos that have like Scooby-Doo background music, and that was really fun to play with my family when I visited them. I normally played as Daphne because she's my favorite. But all of the characters have like little special abilities, and It's a really fun game. The second board game, or the third, sorry, the third game on this list is only third because it is a tabletop game that you can buy the box and play the game. I don't remember much of it, but it is called the Dead of Winter. I'm not the biggest fan of the setting. Like, post-apocalyptic stuff is not my favorite. I'm not sure which edition I played, but it was fun to make jokes and stuff when I did play it. I think if I played it again and like somebody had an app for it, so like there's a lot of setup. It's gonna be difficult to get people to play it unless they're really into that kind of stuff. Let me see if I can find the price for it. Wow, that's the Google search is really, that's the hardest part, I think, about getting into tabletop games is one, you need a place to play them, you need the money to buy them, and then you need a group of friends that can play it in person for all three of these tabletop games. Which the first two, the Forbidden Island and Betrayal in the House on the Hill, are games you can kind of just bring to a location and then you can play with people. I'm not sure if Dead of Winter is the same. It looks like it's around $55 to $60, which is again the most expensive, just, you know, open the box play it game that I have on this list. But I do remember it being kind of funny. So the other two are rule books, and you can play these games completely for free, but you can also have somebody buy the game or buy the books, and then, you know, they do all the rules and you just show up as a player. And those two games, the last two on this list, is Shadowrun and Dungeons and Dragons. Now, most people who play Dungeons and Dragons are gonna do a homebrew. It's cheaper, it's easier, you can do a lot more with what you want creatively, but somebody having access to the rules and to all of the like stuff to get you started is going to be your biggest hurdle, along with time and scheduling and everything like that. Shadowrun, I didn't play a whole lot of it, but it is the most interesting world that I don't really feel like homebrewing, obviously, because it was made in, I think I saw 1998. There are some things about it that you might want to change if you want to make YouTube content or if you want to, you know, avoid upsetting a lot of people because most games made in the 90s kind of took the inspiration of other countries and other cultures as something they could just play with and not necessarily respect all of the time. Now, I'm not sure how much Shadowrun does this from the videos I've been watching about it, because I played as a player. I didn't have any of the rule books. I just was given Google Docs or like pages to look at, and they were like, make your character. So, you know, I don't know how much about the world you have to change or amend or fix, but I did like the idea for Shadowrun, which is like a cyberpunk setting that has fantasy creatures, like magic came back to the world. Like that is fun. D&D as a setting is fun. Like the world of D&D is interesting to me. Neverwinter for some reason was my favorite. But, you know, the more I learn about D&D and the more that like there's going to be new books coming out, the more I'm like, I don't know, and I'm having somebody knock on the door. So to finish this video, because I don't know how long it is and I have to edit it. Yes, 1 minute. That's it. Those are the 5 games. Hope you try them out. Hope you can comment, tell me more information about it. But with that, I'm off. Goodbye.